Welcome back to my Stitch in Time Challenge fabric book. I had a little problem with my filming footage from last week, so it's gone and we're just not going to use it. So I've had to make some changes, which I can do. So I'm just here to show you some of those changes. So originally I had said I was going to use this white wool, but I quickly found out as I was making some of my pages that this is not big enough. So I had this wonderful piece of red wool, same weight as the white or cream colored wool. And I have actually a big length of it, 52 inches, if I sew these together, these pieces. So at this point, how many times can I say so in one video? At this point, I'm going to set it up with this many pages and then we'll see where we get. I want to give you an update on what's been happening and where my pages are at this point. So again, I have this one. I still think I'm going to use it as the cover. I haven't sewn anything into the book yet because I just made this change with the sizing. So just trying to be flexible here. Okay, so this was the cover plan. With this extra here, if I have this extra, I have it now folded to, I think let's measure. Let's get a ruler and really measure 6 by 7. So I've only increased an inch. Okay, so that's the cover. This is going to be my main focus on page 2. This will be the focus of page 3. So I completed this one with a blanket stitch around my leaves. I really like the way it turned out. And again, I really like the way it's set up with page 1 and the bird. I might add some trims, and some of these I may back and leave open so I would have like a little slide-in pocket. Then I went on a walk last week and saw some mushrooms, so I started these mushrooms. At this, I made some yo-yos with cotton and I folded them under to make the shape of the mushroom. If I have a yo-yo nearby, I would show that, but I don't have one close by. So that's where this page sits. At this point, I am working on this, I think it's called the Italian knotted border stitch, something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. But I drew some dots to keep following, and I will put them around, or put that stitch around each of the mushrooms. I did do some stems, grass stems, and just some little flower French knots as a look of flowers. And I think I'm just going to keep this background as is because I really like it. As you can see, my needle is still attached. I'm in process. Friday was a really rough day for me personally. I'm going through a whole bunch of health issues, and this was the result of that day. I felt horrible, and I just felt like everything is in chaos. So I began my day making this York, I think it's called a, I cannot remember the name. It's a button. It's either Yorkshire or begins with a D. Okay, maybe I'll pop it on screen if I can figure that out. Anyways, I had made this button and was learning how to do that, and then things took a turn for the worse with situation going on with my health, so I felt chaos. And I thought, what can I do to represent the chaos I'm going through? So I have on my desk, and always when I'm working, I have a container to get all my excess threads. Threads I pull off, I just stick in there. I save bits and pieces from projects that I had cut and didn't use. So I have a few jars of threads. So I just took a handful out, some of which had some little fabric scraps. And I just kind of shaped it into a big log and then into a circle because I was thinking like nest shape. Because to me, a nest for birds represents safety and security, and I was kind of looking for that. So here I had this piece of rust-dyed muslin. You can see some of that there. And then I had stitched an oak leaf on after I stamped it, but this just wasn't saying enough, and so I stuck the button in the middle to remind me that the day started out good, and this is where it ended up. And then the weekend was pretty rough, so there was no sewing done except for learning this stitch. And that's where I am at this point. It's been, like I said, a rough week. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I had a cervical fusion in May, and I'm just still dealing with recovery issues. Lots of different recovery issues, different stages. So this is where I'm at. This is my progress, and I'm okay with that because we have until December, and I have no idea how big my book's going to get. And so if I just spend the first couple of weeks putting pages together, I'm okay with that. And then I can go back and decorate the pages. So I have lots to do. Red fits in the color of fall for me, at least. And who knows, it may be covered up by the time it's done. I'm just trying to be flexible with what's going on with my health and what opportunities I have to work on these things or to do any filming. I hope that helps everyone. I also had said I was going to do mention a giveaway when I get to 100 subscribers. I'm halfway there, so I'm really happy about that. And I just was not able to get that video up this weekend. I did another video, which is a junk journal flip through, and that's for you to watch. You can check that out on my channel. I'll link it in the description box below. I guess that's it for today. We'll see what today brings and what the next pages will be. Maybe I'll just be finishing up here today and giving myself a little bit of space and time to just continue to get well. Hope you enjoyed this.